All right. Before we start, do I have your consent to record this interview?
Yes.
Yep. All right. So start off. So what's your name and what's your major?
My name is Vincent, and I'm a psychology major.
Nice to meet you, Vincent
Nice to
Stavros. Okay. So I was gonna ask you some questions about time management. Is that all right?
Yeah.
All right. So the first question is, can you tell me how you typically manage your time on a daily basis?
I think I typically manage it by just kind of figure out what I need to do more urgently, kind of, and then judging on what comes up and what happens, kind of shifting my focus throughout the day.
Okay. Um, so using that just daily schedule, what is that looking like?
Kind of looks like going to work, getting kind of that stuff kind of taken care of, and then coming home and taking care of kind of personal things I have to do, homework, things around the house, kind of, and then trying to manage that and then work on, having time to do what I want to do and time for other things.
Oh, yeah, that sounds busy. Working all in the morning and then having to go to school. That sounds like a busy schedule.
Yeah,
Can you can you kind of share more on how you would prioritize tasks?
yeah. I think I prioritize more like kind of urgent things, kind of like due dates for homework and kind of things like that, and more like things that are long term, I guess, or not immediate things, kind of get pushed back. So I try to focus on kind of getting the more like urgently daily things kind of done.
Is that does that ever get like overwhelming, or if you have a lot of stuff piled up?
Yeah, I think it can, especially like you get focused on like short term things kind of, and like daily things, and you push back long term things. Then all those long term homework assignments or things at work can kind of all pile up, and that can get overwhelming. It's not it all comes up at one time.
Oh yeah, I get that. Do you ever use like a planner or a digital app, or I know D2L has a calendar. Do you ever use anything like that?
I think I have in the past used an agenda, kind of writing out like homework classes when I work. I haven't used it as much recently. Um, I think I probably could use it more than I have, but
Have you ever thought of doing like I know some people will have a school calendar or a planner and a work planner. Do you think
mm,
that would help if you had two different ones to kind of plan
yeah,
out?
I think being able to like write down what I'm doing for work and the work schedule separate from homework and classes, I think you can able to kind of like figure out where the gaps are where you can do other things and um, be able to kind of balance it better. I think by doing both agendas like that.
So, and then your major, is it sports psychology? Or,
Yeah, right now I'm going for my bachelor's in psychology
okay.
and looking to go into sports psychology.
Um, so do you have to do a lot of outside of school stuff, like internships or studies or anything like that?
Yeah, for my degree, I'll need to do an internship program,
Oh,
and then outside of that, I'm sure there's lots of kind of like hours you have to get certified and things like that. That kind of come outside of regular work in school.
oh, jeez. Yeah. So how, um, have you like planned it all? How you? I don't know if you were planning on working while you're doing the internship, or like, have you planned it all? Like how you were going to kind of structure that out?
I think I plan on working while doing it, like my regular job and an internship. But I know internships can be kind of different, and the schedule of them can be more demanding or less demanding. So I think like once it comes up, I'll have to try and focus on how to manage it.
Okay, that's good. Um, so uh, what are the biggest obstacles you face right now when you're trying to stick to a set schedule?
I think the biggest obstacles is like just things coming up. Like friends asking to hang out, or you don't want to miss that, or like certain things get put on you, or recently like car trouble or things you can't really plan for. I think those are big obstacles. And not only like is it taking up some of your time, but put less focus in the things you actually have to do. So I think, yeah, just kind of like random obstacles that just kind of pop up in life are probably some of the hardest parts.
Okay, so more than just balancing like work and personal life, it's the kind of the outside factors are the hardest part when managing time. Is that
Yeah.
right? Okay. Can you think of a time or a time or a strategy you use that when you manage your time effectively and what worked for you?
Um, I think one of the times I was putting stuff in my phone calendar, like homework assignments or times where I have to like actually do stuff, and then the alert would pop up on my phone, so I'd see it, and then okay, well now I have to start doing this. So I think it's kind of like the agenda that we mentioned, but kind of more on my phone, so I get the alert. Don't forget about
That's good. Yeah. So then it's just right in front of you.
it.
And then has like because I know sometimes with balancing work and school can get kind of hectic. Because does like procrastination ever play a factor in anything?
Yeah, definitely. I
Yeah.
think especially like being at school and um, with certain classes, my homework assignments aren't due for 2 weeks or another month, and kind of just put it off and you forget about it, and then the last second you kind of remember about it. I've totally procrastinated a few times in college and high school. So
Oh yeah, that definitely happens. Um, so then how do you structure your day around work and class, and then kind of find time to just relax and have like your own personal time, leisure time, that type of thing?
yeah, I think with my schedule working during the morning, um, and then having class like either soon after work or right after work, it works for me kind of balancing like just going from work to class and then trying to get like some homework done, and then for the rest of the night I can have that leisure time and do what I want. So I think kind of like just getting it out of the way first and being able to focus on myself and what I want to do later in the day.
That's smart. So you're like a early riser.
Yeah,
That's
yeah, I
good.
think it's like 7 a.m. every morning.
Oh wow, jeez, yeah, that's good though. Getting it out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely better than having it later. Um, so then just quick to summarize, you're juggling a lot of responsibilities, but you had success kind of with um, the app on your phone when it's a notification type of thing, so it's right in front of you. Just so does that sound accurate? I guess
Yeah,
is what I'm asking. Okay. Um, so then, would you consider using that kind of in the future?
yeah, I think especially as I get more like more classes, harder classes, more hours at work. I think definitely that's something that's useful for me. Um, I do like I work like 5 days a week at one job and then one day a week at another job. So I'm putting it all into a planner and kind of marking out those hours. But it's really definitely it's pretty helpful.
Do you mind if I ask where you work?
Of course, I work at Jackson National. Kind of like a typical 9 to 5 type place. Sitting behind a computer, kind of just working for that for the
Jeez.
morning.
So, can kind of the your work schedule demand fluctuate? Is it always like just straight 9 to 5?
It can fluctuate. They're
Okay,
pretty flexible, so I think that
that's
really
good.
helps my time management as well as like if I need time off for class or anything like that, I kind of put that in and get that time off or move my schedule around. So I think that's part of the reason I work there is for the flexibility of the time management.
That's right. Yeah, that's really good. That's really important for a job. So if you could change one thing about how you manage your time, what do you think that would be?
I think it would be trying to limit procrastination we talked about earlier and uh, kind of sticking to like a routine almost. Like um, there's some days where I guess I try to get it all out of the way, but some days I don't really feel like it or I push it off, and then it all kind of stacks up. I think in the future working on staying kind of like strict to my routine almost, and making sure everything's done before I start something else or move on. I think, yeah, limiting procrastination.
It's good. So then just why is managing your time effectively important for you?
I think it's important for me just kind of like figuring out college and kind of bridging into like an actual career and being able to handle larger workloads and do it effectively. I think time management is like a big part of everyone's life at some to get to a certain point. I think being able to manage it effectively, you can get things done on time. You can have more time, more free time because you're not pushing things off. I think that's probably the biggest part.
Um, so then what is just thinking today, what is one small step you think you could do today to improve your time management?
I think I could definitely start like probably, as you mentioned, earlier, buying two agendas almost, one work one school one. So I have everything marked out. I think that'd be beneficial to have both of them like that. So I think I mean, all you have to do is go to the store and buy a calendar or buy two calendars. You start whenever.
Yeah, that's good. That's smart. Um, and then I just have one last question for you. Just like kind of how do you feel after talking about your time management strategies today? Like have your thoughts kind of changed at all, or just anything like that?
Yeah, I think uh, it's highlighted some of the things that I want to do, and especially like you have thoughts that like come to your mind like how you can improve, but then it's hard to take action. Just think about it in the middle of the day, or like give it the time, like actually think about how you could do it. So kind of sitting down and actually talking about time management and working through it, I think I can actually start to like envision like putting things in a planner or having more of a routine than just randomly thinking about it during the day. I think the interview definitely helps kind of like highlight some of the thoughts.
That's good. I'm glad. Um, yeah, I think that's all my questions. Thank you for taking the time to let me interview you.
Of course, thank you.